Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video giving you my list of my top 10 favorite characters from AMC's The Walking Dead television series as of the beginning or just before the beginning of Season 5. All right, good stuff. So I did a list earlier on this year for Season 4, before Season 4 had finished, giving you guys which characters I thought were the top 10 greatest characters. This one is going to be just which characters are my favorite personally. So for you, this list could be entirely different, whatever characters you like, the placement, the number, from least favorite to my absolute favorite as they stand right now, looking at the overall series, looking at the complete series as it stands right now before Season 5 starts. Who are my top 10 favorite characters? So this was a pretty tough list to make because there are a lot of characters from The Walking Dead that I really like a lot. And there was quite a few that were in consideration that were close. Some of the ones that I'll do for honorable mentions are, for example, Andrea, who is kind of pretty close to making the list. Carol has had great evolution. I got to do a character spotlight on her soon because she's had some great stuff, lately, especially Season 4. Carl was pretty close to the list. Really cool kid. I'd say one of my favorite characters, but just narrowly didn't make the list. It's because there's so many characters. It's really hard to narrow it down out there in the Walking Dead TV series world. And there's only going to get more. There's only going to be more as we go ahead. Like some of the new ones, Eugene, Abraham. We haven't seen enough of them for me to really count them in this list. But there are a lot of them that, like new characters that are occurring that are getting close. So we'll start with number 10. Number 10, my 10th favorite character, most favorite character from the Walking Dead television series is going to be Tyrese. Yeah, man, I love Tyrese. I think he's a great character. Some really great scenes from him so far. Of course, saving baby Judith is probably that right there for me. Boom, he's got to be on the list. You saved a baby in a zombie apocalypse. You're on the list. All there is to it. So great character. Loved the hammer. Loved how he fought his way out of that herd. Was able to survive the fight with Rick. How much he cared about Karen. Even having nightmares later on that season. Tyrese is a really cool character. I really like what they did with him and Carol, Season 4. So he's got to be on the list, man. Great character is Tyrese. Brings us to number 9. Number 9 is going to be Glenn Rhee. Glenn has been a great character in the series since the very first season. I think he's always been there. He's always, put in his 2 cents here and there. He's always, helped out the group. He's had the relationship with Maggie, which is great, and some touching stuff with kind of getting married to her. His relationship with Hershel. Some really great stuff from Glenn. Awesome character. So he's number 9. Number 8 is going to be Morgan Jones. Now, this one right here, Morgan is a tough one because I can almost put him higher, but because we don't see him all that frequently, I'm going to put him at number 8. But man, when he is in an episode, for me, Lenny James, he steals the show. He really does. Like even from the first episode of the first season to Clear, he absolutely just owns that role, and he just steals the show for me. So amazing character. Number 8 is Morgan. Number 7 is going to be the old man himself, Hershel. Who is kind of like a TV series version. He fills in Dale's role a lot from the comic books, where he's kind of that voice of reason, that wise old man type thing. He's got the religious aspect to him. He's got the girls. He's got all these things he cares about. He's giving Rick advice, saying, you aren't too far gone, all this kind of stuff. You get to come back. Some really great lead-ups there to Too Far Gone later on. That's Season 4 premiere, Episode 1, when he says that to him. But just so many great things with Hershel, how it was handled with his death, the flashbacks, the governor. Oh, man, Hershel is such an awesome character. I almost forget that he wasn't there in the first season, that he came in Season 2, because it feels like he's been there forever. Great character is Hershel. Number 6. The female of the highest number on the list is going to be Michonne. I love Michonne in the TV series. She's incredible. In the comic book series, Andrea is my favorite female character, but the TV series, they really screwed up how they handled her. Completely different. So for this one, for me, I gotta go with Michonne. Great female. Strong female, can defend herself, can help out Rick, can help out the others, the sword and everything. Denai Guerrero's acting. Everything with Michonne. Now that we're getting to know more about her, man, she's an awesome character. Number 6. Number 5, some of you guys may not like this one, is going to be the governor. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Love David Morrissey's governor. Why do I say that, or why would I put him on the list? Well, basically, he is a great bad guy. You know, in order to have a good story, you got to have a great protagonist. But you also, if you're going to go with that type of story, like a comic book type versus style story, which The Walking Dead did do for a while, Shane, the governor, Joe's group, you know, one group versus another, or this type of thing. Your bad guy, your antagonist, has got to be well written. He's got to be good. He's got to be, for me anyway, I like a fearsome, smart, you know, intellectual, you know, leader. The governor is all of those things. He's cruel. He's calculating. He's, you know, even the chess stuff, the development in season 4 from him. Oh man, the governor's awesome. Love the TV series version of the governor. Even more in the comic book series version. Even better, I would say, especially after season 4. You know, kill them all. Love it. So that's now we're in our top 5. So that's number 5. Number 4 is going to be Merle. Yeah, Merle. Merle's an awesome character. I mean, what can I not say about Merle? He's a lot of fun. He's spontaneous. He's unpredictable. He's got an alcohol. He's alcoholic. He's tough as nails. He's got some strategies when it comes to herding walkers and to fight for them. And he is probably killed more survivors than anyone else in the entire series, unless you count the governor and all of the survivors he kills as a result of his actions. By firing the gun himself, Merle is probably the biggest killer in the series. And Daryl's older brother, got to be badass, and he is. That's Merle. Love Merle. Now we're in our top 3. Number 3 used to be my number 1 after the first 2 seasons, and that is going to be Shane. Yeah, Shane's a great character, man. Shane's ahead of his time with what he does in the zombie apocalypse. Now that we're a few seasons ahead, we get to see the things Shane did, the way he behaved, the way he acted. And yeah, I mean, you know, all those things make sense now that we see what the world is at, where it's at, and what he wanted to do with Randall, what his decisions were. And he was ahead of his time. Great character. The only reason why he's not number 1 anymore is because, well, we've had 32 episodes since that occurrence, and he hasn't been in them. So, yeah, he's been killed off, and he's an amazing character for what he was. For his time, probably my favorite. But over the long span of things, because he's only in the first 2 seasons, we got to blow past it, and we've had to see some other great evolution from other characters, even though they were at a slower rate. He evolved quicker than most everybody else, so he's top 3. I'm almost talking myself into why didn't I put him higher? You know? But yeah, top 3 because he hasn't been in the last 2 seasons. Number 2, the runner-up is going to be Rick Grimes. Yeah, Rick Grimes, my number 2. What can you say about Rick? A great protagonist, a great leader of the group, a lot of fun. Andrew Lincoln's acting is incredible. All kinds of great stuff from Rick. My runner-up, my number 2, second favorite character. Now beating out Shane, just from what we've seen from him. Death of Lori, dealing with the governor, the fights, and everything he's had to go through. Joe's group, the biting, all that stuff. Some great evolution. Number 2, runner-up is Rick Grimes. That leaves us with our number 1. You guys probably already know who it is if you saw my who's my favorite character from The Walking Dead. And yeah, TV series as of right now, it's Daryl. Man, Daryl is awesome, dude. Daryl is. If you want to hear why, just watch my video on who's my favorite character because I talked about it more. But Daryl's the man, dude. Norman Reedus is awesome. He's always there in the series. You know, from the very beginning, we meet him like what, the second, third episode, something like that. And since then, I mean, he's hilarious. He's funny. He's got so many great lines. You know, we learn to care about him over time. He's a character that starts off in the background, and I feel like just through Norman Reedus' delivery and everything, he's inched his way through to the you know, the front line in terms of characters. From when he used to just be a background character equivalent to T-Dog, now he is a character that we really, I would say, think of when we think of The Walking Dead. You know, the poster for season 4, Rick's there, he's right there. Michonne's there, Tyreese is there. Yeah, and I think going forward, I hope Daryl survives for a really long time. If you want to hear more about why he's my number 1, just watch that video. It's pretty long, but basically, I find him the most fun to watch. We already know Rick's story from the comic books, so from the TV series, we have something entirely new with Daryl, and his future is totally unpredictable. So, for me personally, he's the most interesting character in the show right now for me. I love to see him, love to see what's going on with him, love to see his decisions. He's loyal to the group. He'll stick up for Rick to Joe, even though he knows Joe's probably going to kill him. He'll take a bullet for him. Awesome, awesome character. Love Norman Reedus as Daryl. overall my favorite character now from the Walking Dead television series. So let me know what your guys' top 10 favorite characters are, who you think is the best, the reasons why, if you want, in the comments below. And if you have any other video suggestions, please feel free to send them to me. I like top 10 lists, so I'll do them, every time I get an idea that makes sense for one. So there's my list right in the comments below, or in the description, so you guys can see it. Write yours in the comments below. Anyway, I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, as always, saying peace.